It's been a short week. Hello and welcome back to Fun Comic Book. I'm the Fun Comic Book Guy, and today we are doing our weekly comic review for those comics released on March 23rd, 2022. Now, the comics that came off my pull list is a pretty short stack. Only 4 comics this week, so the video is going to go by pretty quickly. All right, let's get into it. The first comic book is Action Comics 1041. This is continuing the War World storyline. And in this book, Superman actually doesn't make an appearance until the very end. The majority of the book is following other characters within War World. Some of them are building a mythos almost around Superman and what he's going to do, that he is becoming this leader. So we are seeing a little bit more about what's going on in War World outside of just Superman and chains being beaten by Mogul. So here we definitely see that this is what feels like the last part of everyone's enslavement, and Superman is going to liberate War World. So look forward to the next issue. It's been a pretty good story, and I look forward to seeing its conclusion. Next up, Avengers Forever number 4. This may have concluded one of the first story arcs in the series. Here it actually starts out with seeing the granddaughters of Thor. Starting out in the far, far future, Mjolnir takes them to the same dimension or reality that Bobby and the other Avengers are situated after what they thought they had just defeated the Black Skull, and then portals had opened to let in other more vicious Black Skulls, and they all get pushed back. But there's still yet now almost 2 storylines that we are interested in, because there appears to be a little bit of a mystery as to where Mjolnir and Mjolnirs, as you'll find out, are taking these granddaughters of Thor, and of course what's going to happen with Bobby and the rest of that team. So things have been set up quite nicely. I don't want to give away too many spoilers on this, but I am very much looking forward to continuing this series. Next up, we have the final issue of the X-Death/Lives series of Wolverine, with X-Deaths of Wolverine number 5. This concludes the second arc of the Moira McTaggart series, and here we see Wolverine just after he's been shot, or Omega Wolverine after he's been shot, and now the Phalanx has taken over and is looking to basically kill everything. As you may guess, all of the X-Men aren't all killed. Mutant kind is still alive and kicking, and Moira has taken on a bit of a new look. Overall, I thought the series started out as a little weird, especially this part. The X-Deaths was following Moira more than it was following Wolverine, and that pretty much continued on, although it did kind of identify maybe the last death of Wolverine, but we know that that's not going to be the case. Overall, this comic, as well as the other comics, I probably would give anywhere from a B to an A minus. This book in particular, probably give like a B plus. The storyline was pretty good. The art was good, but it could have been better, especially during some of the action scenes. But again, I definitely would recommend this. I would recommend reading this in trade. I don't know how they're going to do it. I guess they're going to do X Lives and X Deaths separately, but I think if you read it in trade, things will make a lot more sense. It'll be a lot more cohesive and fluid. So, good overall. And finally, the pick of the week, Bolero number 3. Here we see that Devon is in her next to last jump. She only has 1 jump left, but she's now in a very serious and committed relationship with with a guy who does love her. He has a past. He's done things that he isn't too um, proud of in his past, but Devon has this self-destructive element to her. She's always looking for love, and she's still looking for Nat. And the character in Nat does make an appearance in here, but so do so many other characters that we had not seen since maybe issue 1. And without giving too much away, Devon does screw things up pretty badly. But what this does set up is the idea that Devon does not appear to be the only person who's leaping between these realities looking for something. And I find that quite interesting. Overall, solid A- book. The artwork is great. The story and the dialogue is very well done. It's definitely a book that you don't want to just breeze through. There's not a ton of dialogue, maybe even compared to some of the other issues that I just shown here, but it's really important that you focus on every single word bubble and really think about what the person is saying. So again, great book, pick of the week, and that's basically it. So with that, next week I think we're going to be seeing a lot more comics. This week again was just a little weird, but if you picked up some comics this week that weren't one of the 4 here, or even were one of the 4, please leave your comments and thoughts about those down in the comments below, as well as any questions or other arguments for or against what I just spieled out here. And if you are interested in the content here, I do advise you to like and subscribe. And if you can, post a comment, and I'll do my best to answer you. All right. Thank you, and I'll see you next week. Bye now.